Guys, this is going to be my entry video into the warts and all Facebook groups 1944 group build. It's the only group build I'm actually going to take part in this year. Chief reason being is I've been a devil in the past of getting involved in group builds and never getting them done on time, and the magic with this one is it's a year-long group build that's going on. It's hosted by the Warts and All Facebook modelling group, and if you don't know what that is, check it out. It's basically to commemorate the whole last full year of the Second World War, and there's a myriad of anniversaries taking place because there was so much going on in that war in that year. That the host, Mike Cohen, has actually decided upon doing that as opposed to just D-Day, which I think is a damn good idea because it gives you such amount of scope as to what you want to do, and you can put as many entries in as you want. I've chosen to go for part 2, and the Ardennes Offensive, or more chiefly as it was known, the Battle of the Bulge, which is the early part of it, which I think the opening date of the campaign was the 14th of December 1944. And I don't think it actually finished until around about the 7th or 8th of January 1945, when Hitler's forces were basically pushed back. And they'd run out of fuel because they were trying to get to a fuel depot to resupply their vehicles. And as I say, it was Hitler's last gasp at trying to push the Allies back into the English Channel. But thankfully it didn't work out like that, and so the war was not extended, because if it had been, we could have had a different outcome. So there but go for the grace of God. So the chief subject is going to be a kit that my brother Neil bought me around about 3 or 4 years ago as a birthday present, which is to me as German King Tiger 2 Ardennes front, which is the Königstiger Einsatzkommando Ardennes. And this was the Henschel turreted King Tiger, the last production one, which you can see at the back here, and it's an old venerable kit, admittedly, but to upgrade it I managed to get in a big edge set shortly after I got this kit, and it's basically got parts for the King Tiger itself. You've got the fenders, you've got the Zimmerit, and you've got wheel mask, and the added advantage I also got in with this was a set of tow cables, shells, tow hooks, and also a lovely metal barrel that you can see there. So that's all going in with it. Just to upgrade the kit itself, and the scene I'm going to depict is virtually as you see on the box, bar the knocked out Sherman, because I'm not really going to have enough room for that to go on there. So what I've decided to use instead is a Willys Jeep that's been run off the road by the Axis powers, and then obviously the crew is going to be this mini art set being marched off to this Schwimmwagen to be interrogated. That's the general idea about it. Now, whether I'm going to use a Schwimmwagen or not, I haven't fully decided yet. And the actual frame I'm going to use is an A3 frame, so it's plenty big enough. And I've had that sitting God knows how long on the side here, so I'm going to put it to full use. But as I say, the only thing I've got to get in now is get some fir trees, because I want to mimic the Ardennes forest in the background, as it were. So basically that's the idea behind this dio. And I've also got a book where I can do my research on, which I got I think around about 2 or 3 years ago. on offering Waterstones when it came out, and it's this one by a novelist called Andrew Roberts, and it's called Snow and Steel, which is about the full campaign of the Battle of the Bulge. Plenty of reading to do, as you can see there. It's quite a thick book, so I'll probably be doing a lot of research on that. Yeah, so as I say, it was Hitler's last gasp at trying to push the Allies back into the British Channel, but thankfully it didn't work. And there you go. But it actually caught the Allies by total surprise, because they didn't think they had this amount of forces still amassed that you could do this. So come the 14th of December, they got caught with their pants down. So yeah, there you go. But as I say, thankfully it didn't work out that way, because I think in the end the Axis powers ran out of fuel, and then the weather improved, so obviously the air superiority effect took effect, and that was the end of their push to try and split the Allies' offensive. So there you go. Anyway, I think I've waffled on enough now, guys. As I say, it's any event. If you want to take part in part 1, that's started now. And that runs until, I think, the 5th of June. And then from the 6th of June, you've got the second part, which you can do any campaign from then on in, from D-Day, the Normandy campaign, Arnhem, Ardennes offensive, as I'm doing here, and also events in the Pacific as well. So like Okinawa, mind you, Okinawa I think it was a year later, I'm sorry I got that wrong. Saipan, that was one, and any other event that took part in the Pacific campaign. So there you go, you've got plenty of scope there, guys, and I think this is a damn good idea for a group build, so that's why I've entered it. I'll probably get started on this around about latter part of June, maybe July, dependent on how far I get with my other projects, and that way I've got plenty of scope, 6 months to get this completed by the 31st of December, all being well. As I say, it's the only group build I'm taking part in this year, because I want to do more builds for myself. Because I don't mind taking part in group builds, but now and again it saps your mojo, because you think, oh god, I've got to get it finished by such and such. But with this group build, you've got plenty of scope and plenty of time, so hence why I'm taking part. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I will speak to you soon.